Ground Crew News Flash, and I'm here today on the beautiful big island of Hawaii with Michael Sala of the Exopolitics Institute. And we're here to share the latest news about the Star Visitors Sanctuary, which is right here behind me out on the lava. So today will be the first interview in a series of 4, and we're going to be speaking with Kaliko, and he is in the Royal Order of King Kamehameha, and he's going to be sharing with us about the origins of the Hawaiian people. I'm here at Kalapana at Uncle Robert's, and I'd like you to meet a very, very special friend, Kaliko.
Hello, everybody. How are you doing?
Now, the first time I met Kaliko was a couple of years ago. I was on one of Kaliko's tours to the top of Mauna Kea, where he would get a group of people together. I think you do it on the solstice and the equinox. Is that right, Kaliko?
Yes, four times a year. So this is equinoxes, yeah.
Okay. And so a group of us we had a van and we went to the top of Mauna Kea, and we had to stop at various Hawaiian heiaus on the way up in order to kind of acclimatize, because it's difficult to breathe. Do you know what the elevation is?
It's almost 14,000 feet.
Right. So we would get out of the van, and Kaliko would chant, and we would look at the stars. It was a very profound experience. We get to the top, and we have to walk the last little bit, and there's snow, and it's cold, very, very cold. And I remember I did pretty well the first part of it, and came down and then up, and then got to a part. The path was very, very narrow, and it was a little scary for me because it's in the middle of the night and it was dark. And at one point, I was just my breathing was so exhausted that I had to stop and sit down. And I said, "That's it. I just can't make it to the top." I was kind of disappointed. Then Kaliko comes up behind me with Devora, my friend, and Kaliko goes, "No, you got to keep going." And I was blocking them, so I pulled on, the last bit of reserve energy that I had, and I was amazed. I only had 5 more steps, and there I was at the top, and it was just the most thrilling, exhilarating feeling to be standing on top of Mauna Kea, which isn't that the highest elevation in the world?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
And why do you take people to the top of Mauna Kea, Kaliko?
Well, we do ceremonies, and it's not a tour. People get invited to come along if they want to, and usually we believe that Great Spirit sends most of the people they come. So it's kind of open to everybody who wants to come along. It depends on what type of donations we have at that time, and for 4-wheel drives to reach to the top. But we have 6 altars on the way up, and each one connects to the next. We start down at ground level or sea level, and we give thanks there and opening up with different creation stories there. How it is connected, Mauna Kea, and we was at one of our altars at Puhi Bay in Kiokaha, and then we have one at the county library. It's called the Naha Stone. Came all the way from Kauai with a prophecy, and that's a part of that order. And we kind of asked for authorization there to ascend to the top. Then we have another one up at the 5,000 foot level, another one at the 9,500, and one at the very top. Yeah, those other 2, the 5 and the 95, is for people who can't reach to the very top.
Right. So they stay there.
Yeah.
They stay there. Okay.
So basically, we go up there. I call it joint praying together, and I really believe that when we're all together in a circle, I look at that as Nakeakua, the gods and goddesses now assembled, yeah, to do that final prayer of relinking. That's what they call religion, relinking. So we relink what us and the living God, us and Sky Father, and understand that all these things we up there, and the gifts that was given to us, clean air, clean water, clean ocean, clean land, clean body, clean mind. And we have an opportunity there to relink with that. And part of that we call kamole, or taproot praying. We try to clean all the sacred spots down here, like say out there. They built an altar. But us praying on the very top, it goes down in the taproot of our land, our foundation. It comes up to in the sacred spots and cleans it up that way and gives it the whatever human touching of our sacred areas. It kind of helps it clean it up so the right mana flows out to the people.
Now, you were telling me that there is an alignment that goes from Mauna Kea to Aotearoa, which is the Maori name for New Zealand, where I'm from. Could you explain that to us a little bit?
Well, we call it Maui's hook. It kind of connects us all, all the way to from Hokulea to Hokupa'a, which is our star above us. But if you follow the hook, at a certain angle, it'll be right over Aotearoa, and another angle will be over Rapa Nui, and the top knot will be up by, Tahiti or Samoa or Tonga. And that's my teacher, Kahu Otarangi, he knows more about that connections.
Yes, I met him, and of course the Maoris, we rub noses when we greet people. And if you were to meet a brother or sister from the Star Nations, how do you feel that would be when you would meet them or when you would greet them?
Well, we believe that we also left in our ships, just like we was the only ones who had ships before. We also left out, to go out into the universe. And, we talked with some of the people up on Mauna Kea, that telescope people, and, they kind of talked about origins and things like that. So they kind of asked us the same question.
Did they?
Yeah, so we said, I asked you a question, how far can you go in a forest? So he goes, didn't have a clue. So I mean, it's just like the universe. You only can go halfway. That half is you coming out. Yeah. So if you want to find the creation line or the creation where the creation is in the middle, it's on all our chants, and you check our star chants, and you go, oh man, it's over and over proved that we know what we're talking about, and the star people, and we're all connected. We're all related to what we call a piece of the sun in the middle of the earth.
Now, somebody was saying that you tell a story about how creation came about. Can you do a little explanation of that?
Yeah, I studied our creation star. We call it Kumulipo, and he's the son of Po and Po'ele. So we believe the creators of everything is the darkness behind the stars. There's two type of darknesses we call Po and Po'ele, and when they touch, they create light. So for us, Maika Po, Mama Ko, from the darkness we come. So darkness is the parents of light. And somewhere along the line, somebody taught the wrong ways and said, darkness is evil, all of this wrong teachings. But how we relate ourselves back to that is from those stars that is created from the touching of Po and Po'ele, which now I think the scientists call it matter and antimatter. But we believe that after the stars are all formed, some of them kind of talk with each other and say, what are we supposed to do? So they all got together and went and seen the oldest star. The oldest star told them, wow, last time I seen the creators, they told me I had to use my body. So he took a piece of his body and stuck it out into space we call te kore kore. So here he is, the burning part of the living part of the sun out there. And first thing created, we call it iliahi, skin of fire, which is rock. Yeah, that's why you look at all our altars and things like that, it's all made out of rock.
Yes.
First thing created, living rock now. Yeah, so that's why a lot of the rocks, some of them help us out in certain ways because ancestors. And anyway, that fire and the rock creates what we call empty space or caves. Yeah, so fire, rock, empty space makes water. Fire, rock, empty space, water makes what we call this water weed we call limo ele ele, and we eat that in that thought. What is first, what is second. So after that was created, we call oopu, this little black fish, then come opai onward until. So here we are on the top of our spaceship that Mother Earth has made for all of us, the living God. We call it the living God. So, and so for us, this is how we related to all the universe. A piece of the sun in the middle of Earth we call Tutupele Haumea, and they're a piece of the sun of the in a planet of some other star system. So if they can be insectoid, reptoid, toradontoid, it can be all those. and we're still related through Tutupele Homea. And this is how we believe that, and in our own places, we have many stories of visitors coming back and forth and marrying into into us and.
So you're saying that they married into indigenous cultures?
Oh yeah, and a lot of them got buried up on Mauna Kea too. With star people.
That's fascinating. Wow.
Well, they've been around a long time. It's just if you notice the trend of the truth, about 1945, it kind of like breaks down and everything started coming out. Until then, it was like the world was flat, kind of thing. But anyway, we believe all those things. When I was a historic preservation officer, we had a whole meeting up in Albuquerque, and I was asking one of the natives, shaman over there, Boyd White, I said, hey brother, talking about the reptiles, yeah, and he goes, oh yeah, they've always been here. He just said, when we see him, we go, hey, new guy, and keep on going, The other people, when they see them, they get crazy and start shooting at them, so it creates problems, So for us, we just we know we're all related, and as long as they're not hurting us, it should be all right.
Now, I know that you're in the Royal Order of Kamehameha. What is your role in that organization, the Royal Order of Kamehameha, and what is the role of that organization?
I'm what I call Ali'i Okana. I'm also a knight in the order. We are the continuity of the Hawaiian kingdom. We haven't made up ourselves. We're from the kingdom, and we've been waiting for people all this time. So now our people has spoken. 1993, they came out together and spoke, and we made our proclamation. Hawaiian kingdom is alive and well, and we support the Hawaiian state government. We support Keano Sai. We support all our peoples who now want to self-determine their governmental structure, and we all agree we have to go back to where we started from. Our government, our kingdom, and also back to the original jurisdiction, peoples and chiefs. Yeah. So if anything will happen that way, we're going to have that happen that way. I also, our order is one of the most noble order. We have a lot of treaties with different countries. We are the diplomatic arm of the Hawaiian kingdom. We're just starting to, because of our people coming out, the order is starting to come out. The chiefs are starting to say things. Right now, I'm an IGO member of the UN, Intergovernmental Organization. I now work with Indian countries, and now we're working with maybe Netherlands later on down the road, and China. But slowly we're going slow in this getting back together, linking with the rest of our ohana out there. I've been in what we call the Great Turtle Island, so we're starting to speak their way and talk their way to our younger siblings. Yes.
And so the Star Visitors Sanctuary is going hand in hand with the movement for Hawaii to be a sovereign entity.
Yeah, I believe that, because when I look around, there's a lot of star people here, and
you might be sitting next to one now. You don't know.
I'm gonna tell, Well, they say they came over and seated us, So as far as I know, in our own chants and things, Ka'iva is like Cassiopeia. So we have entities here from there. We have Makali'i, which is one of our main sources of ohana. Orion, which is called Lolupe, which is the guardians of the Ali'i, so that kind of thing. We call our children opunas, and things like that. So we kind of all related that way, and we find that just when you turn from reptile to mammal, if you feed the right herbs and things, you can retain your shape-shifting powers, or whatever they call it.
Well, it's been such a pleasure to speak with you today, and I'm wondering if you could share with everybody that beautiful chant, which was called ALA, which we did on the top of Mauna Kea, because if the Galactics were to land right out here on the lava, I thought that I would like you to be part of the protocol of the greeting committee. What better way to welcome them than with that beautiful chant?
Yeah, that'd be nice. It's a morning chant, but we also use it for a chant for a new day.
Well, this would be a new day for humanity, that's for sure. So if you could share that with us right now.
E ala e kala I kahikina e ka moana ho honu pi ka leva nuu I kahikina ai a kala e ala e kala I kahikina I ka moana ho honu pi ka leva nuu I kahikina ai a kala e ala e E ala e kala I kahikina I ka moana ho honu pi ka leva nuu I kahikina I a kala e ala